What's going on, everyone? My name is D. Anthony with EvolutionTraders.com. What we are going to get into is the Nasdaq 100 futures chart here, looking at the daily time frame. Now, today was a little bit of a tricky day because we did kind of actually move down into some rising support here. That rising support being this 10-day moving average. Now, notice the last time when we kind of really broke out here of this 10-day moving average, this consolidation lasted 5-6 days here, broke out on January the 18th and kind of put in that new high, followed by a 2-day little back test here into the 5 and 10-day moving average, kind of getting trapped in this range. And today actually took a little bit longer to develop, but if you would have actually stayed a little bit patient, you could have caught a decent move here, even just taking a play over the previous day high. And what I want to do for you guys here is I want to drop this price level line here at yesterday's high. Again, it's not going to be exactly to the tick because I'm just doing this by eye, but that price is going to be, let me actually make this line white so you guys can see it just a little bit better. Let me brighten this up a little bit here. Now you can actually see yesterday's high sitting at around 17,640. Again, the true price here yesterday was 17,632. So I'm a little off here as far as the close and the high where I dropped it. I always drop it at the top wick, never at the body close. The actual high price of yesterday was 17,632. 17,632. So again, just notice yesterday's highs. Now what I want to do here is I want to come over to a 5-minute time frame. Okay, so if I come over to this 5-minute time frame, you're going to see something very, very special, and this is something that you guys need to actually kind of pay attention to intraday. So notice here, all the way towards the end of the day at noon, we got a massive breakthrough. Okay, so if we are looking at yesterday's highs, let's say, for example, we didn't do nothing off the bell, and let me actually kind of just zoom this out and kind of scroll over here to the open. You can see we put in a little bit of a pop, then we came back down. We were kind of just creating this baseline floor here. Did once try to break through those first hour lows, overnight session lows here. Immediately sellers got trapped, and then there was some 20 SMA plays here that I teach that strategy on YouTube. There was some 20 SMA plays that did set up here in this time frame between 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time all the way into that noon o'clock hour. There was a second one here long. First one was here, second one was here. But I want you guys to just kind of relax a little bit, and I want you guys to take something into account. You are going to protect yourself as a trader. You're going to save your capital. You're going to pass more prop firm challenges. You're going to blow up less accounts if you just remember this one thing. Stocks, options, futures, crypto, Forex, it doesn't matter, commodities, oil, they cannot move higher until you break a previous day's channel. Okay, they cannot move lower until you flush and break below a previous day's low. So one thing that I was kind of emphasizing, or at least I felt that I was trying to emphasize today in the room at Evolution Traders in the Discord community, was stay patient and allow these opening ranges to get broken. Allow the previous day's high or low, because we were trading at one point in time down towards the lows, but just wait and allow for those to get broken. Now, if you would have taken the breakout over the previous day's high here, you can see at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we put in a 47-point candle. Now, you wouldn't have caught the whole move. You would have been getting in through that 17,640, but even from 17,640, it went all the way up to 17,672. It's a 32-point move. Now, there was obviously more to come, but again, depending on what, how many contracts you're playing, what your position sizing is, 30 points, 20 points, 40 points, that's enough to kind of call it a day. Now, again, the tricky part is that it's extremely difficult as a trader to sit here and watch price action each and every single day for hours on end without taking a trade. How hard is it to not take this trade here long, to not go short, to not go short, to not go long, to not go short, to not go long? You feel like you're kind of missing out on the day. One thing that I do want to stress to you traders, especially if you guys are doing prop firm evaluations, especially if you guys are a little bit newer to the market, or especially if you haven't really found consistency yet to where you're actually taking out profits of the market. One thing that I want you guys to do is just remember this. If you kind of just sit back and allow previous days channels to get breached, broken, yes, maybe you don't get a chance to take a trade each and every single day, because sometimes we trade on an inside day, meaning we never take out the previous day high or low, or sometimes we do breach those levels and they don't provide any follow through. That's natural, that's going to happen. But if you kind of sit back and you mark out these key levels, these big key levels of liquidity, right? There's always going to be liquidity at a previous day high, previous day low, because there's emotional pain there for sellers. There's emotional pain there for buyers, depending on if we're breaking long or short. And if those buyers or sellers get cleaned up, I want you guys to think about this. When emotional sellers come under distress, the buyers take over. When emotional buyers become under distress, sellers will take over. So you can see here, once we did break that previous day's channel, we really put in this high move, and sellers are going to come under a lot of distress and start to get trapped out of positions. And that's how you can see this squeeze into the close. And in fact goes from 17,640 all the way up to a high price on the day before we close to around, let me get the exact price here, 17,716. So we're talking about over 50-60 points worth of damage that was done to the sellers in the last hour. So the key takeaway from this video is to just emphasize, I want you guys to mark out previous day high, previous day low. That's always going to be a trade that's going to provide an opportunity to make some money. Again, is this way of trading, is this strategy, is this, using this type of key level always going to provide, winning trades? Of course not. But more times than not, if you're managing your risk accordingly and you're patient enough to wait for these moves, you will be able to catch these moves. So tomorrow, mark out today's highs and today's lows and see how we play and how price action reacts at the highs. How does it react at the lows? And what are we doing in between? If we're simply trading in between the range, maybe you can sit on your hands and wait for one of those levels to get broken. Me, I'm a big advocate of just waiting for the first hour channel to get broken, whether it be long or short. And I'm a big advocate for waiting for a previous day high and low channel to get broken, assuming that we have space and we have room. There's no real support or supply right above or below. That's going to give us areas that's going to cause some roadblocks. But again, as long as we have space, which clearly the market has been strong, there is space to continue higher. Even if you do not personally think that we can go higher, there's definitely space to go higher. It's going to provide a lot of opportunity to make some money. I hope you guys enjoyed this update here on the Nasdaq 100. Especially if you guys are trading futures, please give me a thumbs up, a follow. Make sure to leave me a comment. Let me know how you guys did today. I'd love to hear how you guys performed on your trading on the day. How many trades did you guys take today? Did you wait? Did you actually participate in this breakout through the previous day's channel? Again, my name is D. Anthony with EvolutionTraders.com, and I will catch you guys all on the next video.